All right, hello again, baseball fans. It's still so ridiculously cold here in Pennsylvania. The wind's blowing, so it's 24, but it's really the temperature is down. Feels like temperature close to the single digits. So I'm just going to keep soldiering on and doing baseball. So tonight's game is one that I saved that I wanted to do. So we're going back in time. The 1910s versus the 1930s is going to be Hippo Vaughn versus Dizzy Dean, and we're going to put the Dead Ballers as the home team. All right, here we go. Or the human managed team, whatever. Just watch David baseball demos, play some History Maker baseball. So that was fun. Little Braves Reds action 1990. So good stuff there, David. Good stuff. It's a game that I won't buy or play, but I love watching other people play it. It looks like a lot of fun. So let's get right into it. We got a little bit crazy last night, but all right, here we go. Let me see if there's anybody in here that needs a bit of playing time. We got some injuries going on here, so we're all right. Let's look at our opponent and our opponent's lineup. So everything looking pretty good here. Dizzy Dean on the inactive list, so it's going to be Benny Fry. So I got to change this. Oh my God. All right, well, I don't have to change anything. All right, let's go. Let's go to the ballpark. All right, welcome to Cleveland. It's the 1910s versus the 1930s. The 1910s in this decade's league are 4 wins, 4 losses. The 1930s, 5 wins and 3 losses. And that's pretty much it. So Dizzy Dean is on he's injured. He's out for a day. So it's going to be Benny Fry taking the hill here for the 1930s against Hippo Vaughn, the 1910s. So we have a little wind going, 7 miles per hour, right to left. Light rain falling here in Cleveland.
Play ball!
All right. And the starting defense for the 1930s team in left field, Ducky Medwick. He's having a good year thus far. His slash line right now, or slash line on this file, I should say, looking pretty nice here, 333, 372, 550 in center field. Johnny Frederick. In right, Big Poison Paul Wainer. At first base, Hammer and Hank Greenberg. At second, Billy Herman. At shortstop, Old Aches and Pains, Luke Appling. At shortstop, third, Harlan Clift. Catching, Gabby Hartnett. He have the homer in the Gloman. So he's just going to be in his second game. And Benny Fry. So Benny Fry right now 0-1 in the league, 6 1/3 innings pitched. And Ty Cobb gets the start tonight in center field for the 1910s, and he leads it off. So it'll be Cobb, Baker, and McGee, Sherry McGee. So Cobb hitting 300 in a season, a home run, 2 runs batted in. And here we go. The 0-1 pitch on the way to the Georgia Peach. Cobb gets the bunt down, good speed, and Cobb opens it up with a bunt single. Here we go. So Tris Speaker getting the day off. All right. In the plate or in the box now is home run Baker. Baker hitting a healthy 438 with 3 home runs, 4 runs batted in for Baker. Fry peers in, has the sign from Gabby Hartnett. Here is the pitch. Throw over. And Cobb is back. So the 1930s need to keep Tyrus Raymond Cobb planted squarely on first. 1-1 pitch on the way. Baker swings. Cobb was on the move. Line drive, base hit, right field. Cobb is going to go all the way to third base on that play. So glanced back a little bit, saw that Wainer was just coming up with the throw, and Cobb with his speed makes it to third. So runners at the corners for the 1910s. Nobody out for Sherry McGee. The right fielder is hitting 222 with 4 runs batted in. All right. So Benny Fry working out of the stretch. The righty deals to Sherry McGee. McGee swings in the first pitch, bunted out in front of the plate. Fry will go to first. Billy Herman covers. and that is out number one on the plate. Home run Baker moves into scoring position. So runners in second and third, one away for Cocky Collins. Eddie Collins hitting just 192 with a run batted in. Fry out of the stretch again, 1-1 pitch to Collins. Collins cuts on this one, fly ball. This will be, well deep enough. Eddie Collins with a 3-run homer in the top of the first inning and tallies 3 runs for the 1910. So it's his first home run of the season. All right, here's Ed Kenichi now, first baseman hitting 207 with 5 runs batted in. Hartnett sets the target for Fry, who deals 1-2 pitch to Kenichi. Kenichi swings, shallow fly ball left field. Ducky Medwick ranges in into his left, makes the catch. So 2 away now for Chief Wilson. Chief Wilson hitting a disappointing 115, 3 runs batted in, including a home run in the season. Lefty batter facing Benny Fry. 0-2 pitch. Wilson swings, and room service bounce to Billy Herman, who just gets Chief Wilson. Chief Wilson with excellent speed. So 4-3 put out ends the inning, but 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors. Big home run by Eddie Collins. And after 1/2 inning, it's the 1910s 3 and the 1930s coming to bat. Looking at the starting defense here for the 1910s in left field, it is Sherry McGee. In center, Ty Cobb. And right, Chief Wilson. At first base, Ed Kenichi. At second, Eddie Collins. At short, Donnie Bush. At the hot corner, home run Baker catching Ray Cracker Shock. All right, Hippo Vaughn. Has just a save. He's worked a third of an inning in this league. But in this file, a 2.17 earned run average, 18-12 with a save, 265 1/3 worked. Walked 71, struck out 139. All right, Vaughn will face old aches and pains, Luke Appling, Billy Herman, and Paul Wainer here in the bottom of the first inning. All right, here's the pitch. And Appling gets the bunt down, and it's an error. It is an error, and Appling reaches on the error. So E2, so bad throw there by Ray Shock. So luckily, Ed Kenichi able to corral the ball and keep Appling at first. But old aches and pains with 13 steals in this file will steal the occasional base. All right, here's Billy Herman making his first appearance in the league here. So we're in game number 9. Billy Herman, looking at him as a hitter, in the file, a 322 average with 6 home runs, 74 runs batted in for him. All right, Hippo Vaughn, the southpaw, works now. Full count, Billy Herman. Billy Herman will take ball 4, and Hippo Vaughn in trouble early here. All right, 2-1 now for Big Poison, Paul Wainer, great right fielder of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Wainer hitting .313 in the season. He has 2 runs batted in. All right, Vaughn checks Appling at second, and he deals. Wainer, throw down to first, and Billy Herman back. Snap throw there by Shock, hoping to catch Herman off base, but he is back safely. All right, there is some speed on the base paths here. Billy Herman, no Ty Cobb, certainly, but if he gets his jets going, he can get around the base paths. All right, 1-0 pitch on the way. Wainer cut on this one. 2 bouncer to Collins. A second, Collins to Bush, but they do not turn 2 as Wainer gets on first. So fielder's choice 1 away. Appling on third, runners at the corners for Hammer and Hank Greenberg. So Greenberg is making his first appearance in the league. It shows you how stacked these teams are. Vaughn deals 1-1 pitch to Greenberg. Greenberg swings this one to Hopper to third, and they go to Collins to cut down Wainer. But the run does score as Appling crosses the plate. The 1930s get one back here in the bottom of the first inning. It's 3-1 as Ducky Medwick steps in. Medwick hitting .214, a home run, 3 runs batted in. Vaughn lets it go, 3-1 pitch, and Medwick draws the walk. So Vaughn has walked two hitters here in the bottom of the first inning, and it brings up Harlan Clift. Disappointing season for Clift so far. Again, early goings, just game 9, but 1 hit and 26 attempts. And this is a guy that should be good for about 22 home runs. All right, Hippo Vaughn deals 0-2 pitch to Clift. Ain't going to happen this time. Strike 3 on the outside corner. So 1 run on 1 hit, no, and 1 error. We've played 1 here in Cleveland. It's 3-1 in favor of the 1910s. All right, Donnie Bush, Ray Schock, and Hippo Vaughn do up the number 7, 8, and 9 hitters. Hopefully, those of you that catch the game later will have a lot of fun with it. Hank Greenberg playing in at first, Harlan Clifton at third, looking for Donnie Bush to bunt. Switch hitter batting lefty against the righty Benny Fry. 2-1 pitch. Bush swings and tattoos this one to left. Frederick back, makes the catch at the wall. Nice play out there by center fielder Johnny Frederick to chase that one down. All right, 1 away for Ray Schock, not known for his bat, but excellent defensive catcher from the dead ball era. A 182 average for him, 2 RBI. Looking bunt from him. Fry deals 1-1 pitch. See if Cracker does bunt. Swings away. Little dribble up the first base line. Hank Greenberg will race him to the bag. 3 unassisted. So 2 away now for Hippo Vaughn. Hippo Vaughn, a rarity, a switch hitting pitcher. So batting lefty against the righty Benny Fry. Fry deals 0-2 pitch to Vaughn. And Vaughn, this one coming in a called strike 3. Fry picks up the strikeout. We go to the bottom of the second. It's 3-1. Gabby Hartnett, Johnny Frederick, and Benny Fry do up for the 1930s. Hartnett, again, making his first appearance. Hartnett, a 301 hitter. Should be good for about 12 home runs, 78 runs batted in. Hippo Vaughn deals behind 3-1, and he loses Gabby Hartnett. So a little bit of a sloppy game by these pitchers in the very, very early goings here. Vaughn has just issued his 3rd free pass of the game. All right, brings up Johnny Frederick, made that nice play out there in center field. Frederick making his first appearance. Hippo Vaughn brings it home. 0-1 pitch to Johnny Frederick. Cut on base hit. Left field. Sherry McGee gets it quickly into shortstop Donnie Bush. 2 aboard and nobody out for the 1930s, and brings up the pitcher Benny Fry. Benny Fry was a good hitting pitcher, making his first plate appearance here. John DFW. Small crowd tonight, John. So welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. So he should be good for about a 259 average overall for 3 runs batted in. So he's 0 for 2 on the season as a hitter thus far, but a good hitting pitcher. All right, late of the Cincinnati Reds. 0-1 pitch to Fry, and Fry dribbles this one foul, third base side. Count, no balls, 2 strikes. Hippo Vaughn brings it home again. Cut on and hard hit, base hit into right field, and the bases are loaded as we get back to the top of the order, and Hall of Fame shortstop Luke Appling. So the 1910s with a 3-1 lead, but Hippo Vaughn in a world of trouble right now. Still nobody out. So Luke Appling was safe on an error to open the game. Vaughn deals the 0-1. Appling swings, base hits center field. Come around to scores Gabby Hartnett. And it is now a 3-3 ball game. Hartnett scores. Yep, there we go. So bases are still loaded here. Appling at first. Fry at third for Billy Herman. Here's the pitch. Throw down. Luke Appling gets the steal. So the 1930s playing some aggressive baseball. Nobody out. 2 in scoring position. And we are knotted at 3. Herman back in the box. He walked back in the first. Vaughn, the 0-1 pitch. Billy Herman, grounder deep to third. Baker's going to go to first. They'll concede the run. Benny Fry comes in to score, and the 1930s jump ahead 4-3. This is going to be a messy ball game, baseball fans. Luke Appling moves to third in the play, 1 away for Big Poison Paul Wainer. Grounded out his first time up. Vaughn from the stretch, the count full on Paul Wainer. Paul Wainer draws the walk. Hippo Vaughn giving out free passes like crazy here, just like Willy Wonka giving out candy. 4th free pass given up by Hippo. And JT Dutch stopping by, says, hope I'm staying warm. It's awful here, dude. But yeah, my room's nice and warm. Thank you. But it is so brutal here. Hope you're well, my friend. And hope you're safe, by the way. You're out there in California. So really worried about our friends out there in California. It's just awful. As much as we're bitching about the cold here. What you guys are dealing with is just California's dealing with just awful. So our keeping our hopes up for you guys, man. All right, Hammer and Hank Greenberg, nothing for one. Greenberg grounded out, but Luke Appling able to score on that ground out. Vaughn from the stretch, the 0-2 pitch. Greenberg swings and hard hit line drive into center field. And coming to scores Luke Appling and the 1930s trying to widen things up. It's 5-3. So JT Dutch reassuring us that he is not close to the fire zones. Very happy to hear that, my friend. All right, here is Ducky Medwick now, who walked back in the first. Wayner at second, Hank Greenberg at first. And I do want to remember, I'm going to bring Lloyd Wayner onto this 1930s team. These two brothers need to be together. Lloyd Wayner not on the squad, but he will be probably after this game. All right, Hippo Vaughn brings it home. 0-2 pitch to Ducky Medwick. And Medwick, big swing and a miss. 2 out. Medwick was he was swinging out there for the Coca-Cola sign and comes up empty. All right. In fact, it looked like the right field fence there was shaking a little bit from the force of that swing. Here's Harlan Cliff, nothing for one, just trying to get off his terrible slump that he's in the beginning of the season. 1 for 27. All right. Vaughn brings it. Cliff cuts in the first pitch, fly ball center field. Cobb going back, and makes the catch. So that one just a big, loud out. But what a big inning for the 1930s. 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors. 2 in the books. It's the 1930s 5 and the 1910s 3. Back at the top of the order now for the 1910s. And we'll see Ty Cobb, home run Baker, and Sherry McGee. Cobb 1 for 1, bunt single back in the first. They're looking for the bunt here now. Clifton at third, Greenberg in at first. Drizzly day here in Cleveland. 59 degrees. Here is the pitch to Cobb. Cobb swings on the first pitch, fly ball, shallow right. Wayner coming way in for this one. Bobbles the ball. Cobb able to go to second. The throw down, not in time. So score that one E9. And Ty Cobb is in scoring position. Potential tying run. Strides to the plate now and home run Baker. With 3 home runs thus far in the early season. Baker singled to right. So neither of these pitchers sharp at all tonight. Here's the pitch. Baker, first pitch swing, gets the bunt down. Hartnett pounces on it, fires to Herman, covering, and on the play, Cobb will move to third. Brings up Sherry McGee now. Sherry McGee in this game sacrificed back in the first. Cobb looking to be run number 4 for the 1910s. Fry out of the stretch in the 1-2 pitch. McGee swings, solidly stroked up the middle, base hit, RBI single for Sherry McGee. And it's 5-4. And here's Eddie Collins. So a man that you don't expect to go yard hit a 3-run homer his last time up and gave the 1910s their brief lead. 5-4 now. So if you like pitchers duels, this is the wrong game tonight. That's for sure. This is not like the game we did the other night, Walter Johnson and Lefty Grove, by any stretch of the imagination. All right, here we go. Fry throws over. Sherry McGee back. Sherry McGee is fast. Fry checks the runner. 0-1 pitch. There goes McGee. Was off with the pitch. 2 hopper to short. Appling will fire to first. Close play, and they do just get Eddie Collins. Sherry McGee in scoring position now and has the speed to score in a single all the way from second. Here's Ed Kenichi. Fly to left center back in the first. 2 down. Fry looking to get out of it here. 1-2 pitch, 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error. We go to the bottom of the third. 1930s 5, 1910s 4. Gabby Hartnett, Johnny Frederick, and Benny Fry due up for the 1930s. Catcher, Hall of Fame catcher Gabby Hartnett walked back in the second. Vaughn brings it home, count full. Hartnett draws the walk. So Hippo Vaughn has now walked 5. All right, Johnny Frederick, 1 for 1. Singled back in the second. Hartnett leads off first. Lefty Vaughn has a check of the runner. 0-2 pitch on the way to Frederick. And Johnny Frederick looks at a call. Strike 3. All right, 1 away now for the pitcher, Benny Fry. Singled back in the second. Vaughn behind him, 3-1. Fry draws the walk. Hippo Vaughn not finding the strike zone. Walk number 6. So Hippo Vaughn, we look at this file here. Hippo Vaughn, 71 walks versus 139 strikeouts. So Vaughn just having just a crap day here at League Park in Cleveland. Late rain continues to fall here as Luke Appling steps in. We're back at the top of the order for the 1930s. And Appling with an RBI, 2 RBI single back in the second that scored Gabby Hartnett and Johnny Frederick. I know especially probably in this case, 1930s, maybe some players you guys have never heard of, but some fine players here. And this guy, Hall of Famer at the plate. All right, Hippo Vaughn deals. Appling cuts in the first pitch, grounded deep to short. Bush will go to Collins for out number 2. Hartnett makes it to third in the play. Runners at the corners now for Billy Herman, who is 0-for-1. He grounded out back in the second, and Benny Fry able to score. From the stretch in the 0-2 pitch. And Billy Herman swing and a miss. And that is the 4th strikeout notched by Hippo Vaughn. So no runs, no hits, no errors. 2 left on. And we head to the top of the 4th inning. Close game here, 1930s 5, 1910s 4. Hopefully you guys have been rolling up or playing some of your favorite baseball games today and just enjoying. And those of you that don't have to go out in the cold, I'm especially jealous of you. All right. Chief Wilson now at the plate. He's 0-for-1, grounded to second, back in the first. Hartnett sets the target. Benny Fry toes the rubber, and the 1-0 pitch to Wilson. Wilson swings, slaps this one toward first. Not far for Hank Greenberg. He makes about 3 little trots to the first sack, and that's 3 unassisted. Infield in now, looking for a bunt here from Donnie Bush. Bush flied to very deep left center, so curious that they're looking for a bunt from Bush. Ray Schalk waits on deck. 0-2 pitch on the way, and doesn't matter. So this one, painting the black. Benny Fry picks up strikeout number 3. Hey, Will Swingle, welcome in. He says, great player photos. Thank you. Yeah, these were got these from the Action Baseball PC community, but also use them at Out of the Park Baseball. So, yeah, thank you very much. And welcome in for some Decades League action. Action PC Baseball 2025. All right, here's Cracker Schalk batting with the bases empty, 2 down. In the 1910s, down 5-4. He grounded to first back in the second. Hartnett with the signs. Benny Fry has one he likes. Here's the pitch. First pitch swinging, gets the bunt down, and it's no good. Fires on to Hartnett, or fires on to Billy Herman covering, and that's it. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the 4th we go here. League Park in Cleveland. This park painted by Gary Grigsby. So anybody who plays war games should know who Gary Grigsby is. He's also a big baseball fan and did a lot of paintings of these old-time baseball parks. This is League Park in Cleveland. Stayed in business for quite a while. In fact, its successor was Cleveland Municipal Stadium. All right, here's Paul Wainer. He has 0-for-1. Big Poison also walked back in the second. And again, we'll be adding Lloyd Wainer to this team after the game. Hippo Vaughn deals 1-0 pitch. And Wainer sends this one high and deep to center, but Cobb able to flag it down. So 1 away, Ty Cobb getting the start tonight in center field instead of Tris Speaker. So sacrificing a little bit on defense, but picking up a little bit more at the bat. All right, here's Greenberg. The 1930s looking for a lot from Hank Greenberg. This is only his 3rd at bat the entire season, but making it count. 2 RBI for him in this game. 3-1 pitch coming into Hammer and Hank, and Hammer and Hank's going to take a stride down to first, and Hippo Vaughn has now issued 7 free passes. All right. In there now, the hero of the 1934 World Series, Ducky Joe Medwick. He has walked and struck out. Medwick, dangerous part of this 1930s squad. 1930s at 5-3, the 1910s at 4-4. Vaughn with the 0-1 pitch to Medwick. Looks like a changeup. Fly ball center field. Cobb's got to get on his horse, and he makes the catch. Greenberg gets back to first. 2 down for Harlan Clift. Harlan Clift really desperately wanting to get something going here. He's 1 for 28 on the season. Vaughn deals 1-0 pitch. Clift gets the base hit. Second hit for him. Greenberg rounding second, and the tag by Baker not in time. So Hank Greenberg at third, and Harlan Clift will move to second on the play. So Clift, a little clap of the hands out there as Gabby Hartner steps in with 2 down. 1930s holding on to a 5-4 lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning, baseball fans. Gabby Hartnett, good eye up there. Of the 7 walks issued by Hippo Vaughn, 2 of them issued to the catcher, Gabby Hartnett. Vaughn from the stretch in the 0-1 to the Hall of Fame catcher. This one, bouncer to short. Donnie Bush ranges to his right and pegs it on to Ed Kenichi at first. Score that one 6-3, and that's it. No runs, 1 hit, no error. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Your score still remains 5-4 in favor of the 1930s. All right, and that will bring up Hippo Vaughn. So, Will, what baseball games do you play, man? I'd like to know when people come into the channel, if you're still here, what baseball games you like to play, whether it's cards and dice, digital, a little bit of both. What do you play, man? Let us know. All right, Hippo Vaughn, I am really tempted to pinch hit for him, and I think I'm going to. His free passes, he's playing with fire. So Hippo Vaughn is out of the game, and I think I'm going to bring in Wahoo Sam Crawford. Why not? All right. So Crawford, dangerous bat. So Crawford, very much a great baseball player, Hall of Famer. You could sort of think of him as in the same way as maybe how Lou Gehrig kind of overshadowed by Babe Ruth, and how Al Simmons is kind of overshadowed by Jimmy Fox. Same thing with Sam Crawford and Ty Cobb. So, okay. So, John, I'm curious how you found that link, but thank you. I will patch the game after I import Lloyd Wainer then. So, got a couple of baseball things to do. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. I wish Dave would be a little bit more forthcoming. Got an email tonight that all the vintage baseball seasons are for sale, and the pre-buy and Negro League seasons, which I will be picking those up, but nary a word about the patch. So you posted a question in the forums. So Dave has great customer service, but he's not so good when it comes to communicating patches. So thanks for that, John. Appreciate it. And I will get that update. All right. Infield in at the corners for Sam Crawford. Hannes Wagner talked about Sam Crawford's power. Sam Crawford is the all-time Major League Baseball record holder for lifetime triples. That will never be broken. 312 lifetime triples. No one's even come close. But he said Crawford hit balls so far in the dead ball era, he felt that had Crawford started later in his career, was a bit younger, and had gone into the live ball era, he may have been as dangerous, as powerful a hitter as Babe Ruth. And let's face it, Hannes Wagner, one of the immortals himself, saw the greats, and to say these great things about Sam Crawford. Sam Crawford in this file, a 352 average, 22 triples, 10 home runs, a dangerous hitter. So Sam's just going to be doing pinch hitting duties, though, today. We're not going to leave him in the game. All right, Fry deals 2-1 to Wahoo Sam. And this one grounded up the middle. Billy Herman getting to that ball quickly, ranging far to his right to retire Sam Crawford for out number 1. We go to the top of the order now for the Georgia Peach. Ty Cobb was safe on an error back in the third, bunted for a single in the first. Benny Fry holding his own, a 5-4 lead here. 0-2 pitch. Cobb cuts on this one, and it's Billy Herman once again. So Billy Herman, strong second baseman. 2 away. Now for home run Baker. Baker sacrificed and singled in this game. Fry brings it home. 0-1 pitch. Baker swings. Hard hit center field. Johnny Fedrick, though, on his horse, brings it down, and we need us a relief pitcher. So Hippo Vaughn's day is done, and all we got are righties. Let me see. Yikes. If we're playing per snap, Alexander, I mean, he's Grover Cleveland Alexander. He's always. I don't want to bring in. Oh my God. I almost. All right. I'm going to bring in Doc Crandall. So Sam Crawford did his thing. All right. So Crandall, he's going to try to bring this ERA down, which is kind of ridiculously high, as you see. So he's 0-1 on the season thus far, just worked a third of an inning. So we're going to see if Doc can kind of get us through a couple innings here against the 1930s. 2-2 pitch. Johnny Frederick sends this to right. Chief Wilson has it in his glove. Out number one, and here's Benny Fry. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Crandall with a 1-2 pitch, and swing and a miss. So quickly 2 up, 2 down now, back at the top of the order for Luke Appling. Crandall brings it. Appling swings in the first pitch. Hard ground ball to short. Donnie Bush hesitated, but strong throw to Ed Kenichi. No runs, no hits, no errors. 5 in the books here in Cleveland. It's 5-4. Pardon me. So, okay, so a new update came out today, says John, and solved the issues. I'm glad. Will says he's mostly playing Digital Diamond, just picked up Action PC Baseball 2025 and Out of the Park 25. And bought Out of the Park a few days before it went on sale. You got a great game. You got 2 great baseball game. 3. Digital Diamond's awesome game, too. I don't play it a lot on the channel, but it's fantastic. One thing, Will, that I don't know if you have it, but if you don't, you should get it if you like playing draft leagues. For Digital Diamond, there's a one called Bring Your Best 2017. 4,400 players on 186 teams. Great for a draft league, man. So just wanted to pass it along as freely. You can get it, I think, just right through through Digital Diamond. So, and if not, just go to the Digital Diamond website. So excellent, man. You are a man of impeccable taste. 3 great baseball sims. All right, Sherry McGee will lead things off here now in the top of the 6th inning. McGee will be followed by Eddie Collins and Ed Kenichi. Yeah, check it out. If you'd like to do draft leagues, that's 4,400 players. That gives you a lot to play with, man. And they're already on teams, so you know how to do Digital Diamond. You can import just the teams or however you want to do it. But it's a great set. Great set. I forget who did it, but it was a one-man project. Big one. All right. McGee 1 for 1 in the game here. 2-0 pitch coming to Sherry. McGee sends this one to right field. Wayner looks up and pulls it down. Here's Eddie Collins. Again, big story for him. 3-run homer in this game. Fry deals 0-1 pitch to Collins. Collins lines this one up the middle, base hit. Eddie Collins hitting this ball. Oh, no, he lines out. So looking at a little relook at this, and Johnny Frederick able to get the ball before it hits the grass. How about it? So Eddie Collins, good contact, but 2 down. So Johnny Frederick with 2 excellent plays in center field, even if the game's not telling us so. So give Johnny Frederick a little love. There he is, of the Brooklyn Dodgers. All right, here's Ed Kenichi now. He's flown out and struck out. Hartnett sets the target. Fry shaking him off. Now has one he likes. 0-1 pitch. Kenichi swings. Long fly ball to left field. Medwick looks up, plays it off the carom, and Ed Kenichi picks up his second double of the season. So the 1910s with the potential tying run in scoring position in Ed Kenichi, and it brings up Chief Wilson, who's 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice in this game. Fry delivers the 2-1 pitch on the way. Routine fly ball to center. Big Poison has it for the final out. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Tight ball game here now, 5-4. All the scoring clustered in the first third of this game. And so for anybody that's new to Action PC Baseball, remember this super cool thing. When you hover over an inning, it gives you a scoring summary of each inning. And this has been a back and forth one. The 1930s with 4 runs in that second inning. The 1910s getting 1 back in the third. And that's been it so far. All right, Billy Herman, nothing for 2. Billy Herman, Paul Wayner, Hank Greenberg drew up for the 1930 squad. Doc Crandall in on relief for Hippo Vaughn, who threw issued 7 walks, and I was getting a little bit too nervous. 0-2 pitch. Herman swings. Fly ball, shallow right. Wilson has it for out number 1. All right, here's Big Poison now. Flew out his last time up. 1-2 pitch. Oh, big cut and a miss by Paul Waner. Doc Crandall is going to work hard to bring that ERA down from where he came in, and he's doing it so far. It's come down precipitously, and for him, that's a good thing. Hammer and Hank, 1 for 2. One of my favorite players of all time, the great Hank Greenberg. 0-2 pitch coming into Greenberg. Fastball, swung on, and this one blooped to short, and Donnie Bush will make the play. All right, so 3 up, 3 down. We head to the top of the 7th inning. We're just doing 1 game tonight, and it's 5-4. All right, and we have Donnie Bush, Ray Schock, and Doc Crandall. All right, so Donnie Bush struck out back in the 4th. Benny Fry deals a 1 pitch, bunted out in front of the plate. Bush with good speed is going to make it. So bunt single for Donnie Bush and brings up Ray Schock. So Bush has some speed. I'm going to have the computer play call it. I would probably try a straight steal here. Hartnett, pretty good arm. Maybe a hit and run, but I'm going to let the computer call it and see what happens. 2-0 pitch. Runner does not go. Line to Billy Herman, and good thing. All right, so we stay out of the double play, and here comes Doc Crandall. And we're going to go ahead and let Crandall. We're going to let Crandall sack bunts. Here's the pitch, 0-1. Crandall gets it, bunts it foul. At 0-2, now he's got to swing away. Fry throws over, Bush back in time. Here's the toss home. Crandall swings. Look at that. Base hit up the middle. All right. So Doc Crandall helping his own cause. 7th hit for the 1910s. We're back at the top of the order. And the great Ty Cobb. Grounded out back in the 5th. 1-0 pitch. Cobb swings. Fly ball to right. Paul Waner handles it for out number 2. All right. A home run Baker, who's been dangerous early in the season now. Baker with a 441 average, 3 home runs, 4 runs batted in, flew out to deep center last time. 0-2 pitch. And Baker comes up empty. 7th inning stretch time. It's 5-4. Welcome back and welcome into Will Toole. So Will Toole saying that the more he plays Action PC Baseball 2025, the more he's convinced that this is the best baseball game out there. It's so for me, it's second best. I mean, it's a close second. I think Out of the Park is the best one out there right now. And that's, I'm putting it in some, there's some excellent baseball games out there. The reason I say that, Will, is because there's a lot more you can do with Out of the Park baseball in terms of career play, dynasty type play, for setting up, for doing all kinds of, there are certain things with Out of the Park baseball that I think, also there's deeper managing at the player level in Out of the Park baseball. The player development thing is super cool. That being said, Action PC Baseball, an incredibly deep game. Customization in this thing is amazing, and I must love the game because I've bought pretty much everything for it, invested thousands of dollars into it. So it's a close number 2 for me. This one and Out of the Park baseball are my Desert Island games. If I'm allowed to pick 2 more, it's Appa Baseball for Windows and Diamond Mine Baseball. Digital Diamond I love, but I think I'll be playing it more once you can actually play Status Pro through a season, then I might try some things with it. But I'm not knocking APC. It's my second favorite baseball game. I do love it. I do love it. So, John agreeing on. Oh yeah, I'm not. So I'll tell you what, Will Toll, and you guys know I'm not a fan of other team sports. But that being said, I've seen the other Action PC games, and to me, their baseball game is the crown jewel. It's amazing. I find the basketball game. In fact, they were doing a basketball game in that Sports Dreams of Legion of Field of Dreams. As you know, you're part of that. And, they would kind of autoplay games up to the fourth, or however, what is it? Basketball is 3 periods or 4 periods. It tells you how much I know about basketball. But it was really, really kind of like watching paint dry. The football game just looks weird to me. The baseball game, I think, is beautiful and incredibly, incredibly deep. This is a great game. And if you guys are looking for a deep dive into Action PC baseball, there's nobody better in the community than Steve Tate. AI's better in Out of the Park baseball. Yep, I would say. So JT Dutch talking about how you want to play the game as a field manager or a general manager. So I don't play Out of the Park baseball as a general manager. I do play as a field manager, but I play in commissioner mode. And that way I can still do some things that GM does without dealing with the financial crap. But you also get, with Out of the Park baseball, you can play strict replay, you can play a career mode, you can play a lot of different things going on in Out of the Park baseball. This one has an alternate reality mode, which there's something similar to it in Out of the Park baseball, but they're both so good. But you play what you love. Yeah, and they're great. So for you, Action PC is for you the best. For me, Out of the Park the best. But it's so close. It's almost splitting hairs, Will. It really, really is. For me, I love both games to death, and I'm beta testing Out of the Park 26. So gave it a little bit of a look tonight, and that's all I can say at this point. All right, Ducky Medwick, 0 for 2 here in the bottom of 7 would be Medwick, Clift, and Gabby Hartnett. All right, Doc Crandall's going to stay on in relief. Crandall good for about 50 to 55 more pitches. Allow Doc Ayers to pitch. All right, yeah, computer wants Doc Ayers to come in. Why the hell not? Who am I to argue? Here's the pitch to Medwick, and this one, liner to Eddie Collins. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Harlan Clift. Finally broke off that big, he was 1 for 28, now 2 for 29. So singled back in the 4th. Doc Ayers deals 3-0 pitch, and now Harlan Clift gets on base, courtesy of the Doc Ayers free pass. So 1 away now for Gabby Hartnett. He's nothing for 1, has walked twice. Clift leads off first. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hartnett chops this one up to first. Kenichi will go to Bush and back to Kenichi. 3-6-3, inning-ending double play. We go to the top of the 8th. 5-4. Sherry McGee, Eddie Collins, Ed Kenichi due up. So they're playing him to bunt. Benny Frey stays in. I keep saying Barney. There was a Barney Fry in baseball, but probably, 50 years before Benny. So there we go. And Tim joining us. Yep, Out of the Park definitely more polished. Yes, it is. It's all-time favorite, but Action PC totally blew your expectation out of the water. Action PC is a fantastic game. Like I said, Will, I had to buy everything through this over a number of years instead of just all at once. Like MV bought all the seasons at once, but I bought them like a decade at a time or a few. You got to remember, man, living in Europe, it's a lot more expensive, especially in the continent. And so for me, it was just, but you know what? I added up what it would have cost me, even if I would have bought all the full seasons. I bought a lot on sale, but a lot of full price. And it was 4 figures that I invested in this game, and I don't regret it. I would do it all over again. Seriously, this is what I've invested in Action PC baseball is about the same as I would have invested in a bleeding edge synthesizer workstations, which I have enough of those. And I'm not a rich man at all by any means. Like you guys, I'm a working stiff. I work at FedEx, and I love my hobbies, and baseball is my sport. But I would do it all over again, man. I would do it all over again. I love this game. All right, here's Eddie Collins. 3-run homer. Again, that's the big deal with Eddie Collins. 1 down, 2-1 pitch on the way to Collins. Split finger fastball from Fry. Hard hit ground ball to short. Plenty of time for Luke Appling, but a low throw. Greenberg, it gets away. And no, Greenberg able to knock it down. It looked like the ump thumbs him out. So Greenberg able to get the foot down quickly. Eddie Collins, one of the leading base stealers, and great speed in the base paths, but Greenberg staying with that ball. So 2 down now for Ed Kenichi. Doubled his last time up. 1-1 pitch. Kenichi cuts on this. This one fouled, third base side. Harlan Clift giving chase, but this one's going to make the seats. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kenichi straightens it out, but this one room service bounces second. Herman to Greenberg into 4-3 put out to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The 1930s holding on to this 5-4 lead. Nobody has scored since the top of the 3rd. All right, it'd be Johnny Frederick. We'll see if they allow Benny Fry to pitch or to hit. And Luke Appling. So the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up. John says wish that Action PC had World Series matchups set up automatically, like out of the park and Strat. Yeah, that would be a nice addition that Dave should think about for forthcoming editions. And also, finished projects you started, Dave. Come on, dude. You need to do the best of franchise for the 2010s, which you haven't done yet. Just, you know what? In the off season, get people like myself or MV or John or whomever that have all or a ton of seasons for your game. Let us do the All-Star games, right? You only have a few All-Star games. Let's get the All-Star games done here. There's only a couple baseball games that offer them. Pocket Pennant Run has them, and Diamond Mind has the All-Star games. I think Digital Diamond has them as well. So, but come on, Dave, man, people want to play All-Star games. Get it done. Historical out-of-the-park baseball has indeed made leaps and bounds. Still has a way to go, but yes, it does. And I think it's going to. The difference from even out of the park 25 to 24 for historical replay has been amazing. And out of the park, the other reason why, and Strat has the All-Star games too. Cool. The other reason why I like out of the park just a little bit better is because right out of the box, it plays dead ball baseball perfectly. Seems to understand the tactics. And Action PC, it can do it, but you got to tweak Action PC to have it a little bit more for dead ball baseball. It does a good job, but Out of the Park does an exemplary job with dead ball and 19th century baseball. And since that's in my wheelhouse, Out of the Park's gonna maintain that top spot. But again, such a close second. And if somebody said, all right, look, I have to choose one, I would say you can't go wrong with either. You can't go wrong with either. All right, here's Johnny Frederick. Ease of use. This one is certainly on the surface easier to use. It's easier to jump into a game to get a season replay started in Action PC. So in that way, I think it's more accessible. But don't kid yourself. This game goes incredibly, incredibly deep. But you can't go wrong with either. All right, Johnny Frederick now, and that's enough of my homily on these two games. I could talk about them both all night. I love them. 1-0 pitch to Johnny Frederick. Frederick cuts on this one, and soft liner to Eddie Collins. 1 away. When we get to we're in the top of the 8th, when we get to the 9th for the 1910s, it's going to be Wilson, Bush, and Schalk. All right, so Benny Fry, will they let him pitch or hit? Yes, they will. With a 1-run lead, Fry swings. Bounding ball to third, home run Baker, long throw across the diamond and plenty of time. Benny Fry not fleet of foot, 2 down, back at the top of the order now for Hall of Famer Luke Appling. Appling 1 for 4, had a single back in the second. It was a 2 RBI single. So Luke making that hit count. 1-2 to Old Aches and Pains, and this one catching the outside corner. We go to the top of the ninth. Last chance for the 1910s. And they're going to send up Chief Wilson, Donnie Bush, and Ray Schalk. Benny Fry looking for a complete game win. 5-4 turned out to be a good ball game. Started out sloppy, but a lot of goose eggs up there now. Benny Fry, 0-2 pitch to Chief Wilson. Wilson swings, fly ball. Johnny Frederick ranges to his right and back and pulls it down for out number 1. Here's the shortstop, Donnie Bush now. Bunt single is last time up. Fry toes the rubber, the 1-1 pitch on the way. Bush swings. This one grounded to third. Cliff backing up a little bit. Close at first. And they do just nip Donnie Bush. It's down to Ray Schalk, and we're going to the bench. And we are going to bring in Speaker. See if Speaker can try to get something going down a run here in the top of the ninth. Speaker hitting .318 with a home run, 2 runs batted in. Had the night off with Cobb starting. Fry deals, 1-1 pitch. Speaker swings, fouled first base side. Billy Herman trying to get to this ball, but it's going to make about 5 rows back. 1 ball, 2 strikes in the Gray Eagle. Fry deals, and this should be your ball game. Fly ball to right. Paul Wainer pulls it down, and that's it. All right, not a lot to talk about this one. The 1930s will improve to 6-3. The 1910s fall to 4-5. The 1910s had a strong start to the season. Benny Fry goes to 1-1. Hippo Vaughn goes to 0-1. The only offensive highlight really in this game, big one, was Eddie Collins, who went 1 for 4 with a 3-run homer. In fact, the only home run hit in this game. Let's have a quick look at pitching. So Vaughn went only 4 innings. 5 runs, 4 earned, but the big thing, 7 walks over 4 strikeouts. So not a good day for Hippo Vaughn. His ERA on the season now, 8.31. Doc Crandall came in, worked 2 in relief and struck out 2. Doc Ayers came in, 2 innings, walked 1, struck out 1. Benny Fry gets the complete game win, 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, gave up that home run to Eddie Collins and struck out 4. Benny Fry should be your player of the game. And indeed he is. So that closes out this part of it. And we're just going to look at the next day. And then we'll chat for a few minutes. Hey, Paul, how you doing, man? The Steel Options added for me in game day. So got to ask you, when's it coming out, Paul? When's it coming out? Because people are asking about that. And thank you, man. Guys, check out FAC Sports Desk with Paul. He's your guru for pocket pennant run baseball. And I love pocket pennant run baseball. It could join that rarefied company of the baseball sims that are like my Desert Island sims. It's getting there. It is getting there. Craig Harris, Matt McKeever put out such a great game. Guys, check it out. Will says, I watched your video explaining how to use the workshop with Outlook Pro 25. Really appreciate the video. Man, you're welcome. I love doing videos like that. So, Paul, I watched your game the other day doing History Maker Baseball. A lot of guys in the community play History Maker Baseball. And I think that was fantastic that you did that to show them how you were able to do History Maker Baseball. Of course, one of Craig's big additions down the line coming, guys, is going to be a board game companion. And one of the things, and Digital Diamond is awesome for doing it. I do know some other games do it as well. Digital Diamond has gained a lot of traction in our community because of the fact that it is it can also be played just as board game companion, but has a damn fine baseball engine on its own too, and now fully incorporating Status Pro Baseball when version 13 comes out in 2 months. So from the scuttlebutt I'm hearing is you're not going to have to worry so much about syntax in Pocket Pennant Run. So looking for it. It's played over 1,000 piece action PC games. Love lots of baseball games. I love it, man. And you're a Scouser. So, fancy a jam bossy, mate. When we started the Beatles, we had jam bosses. John, Paul, George, Ringo, and I. Yeah, of course, I'm not known who I am, the fifth Beatle. I can pretend I'm Pete Best, I suppose. Biggest screw job in the world. No, Ringo was the better drummer. Anyhow, so guys, please do subscribe to Fact Sports Test with Paul. Do it now. Do it now. We're still here. There you go. Kiss a jab. So Digital Diamond, including Status Pro Advanced 2 from March. I cannot wait. So when I was an undergraduate, so graduate school, you don't have time to play games. You just don't. But as an undergraduate, you got scads of time and played a lot of Status Pro at university. And I know Status Pro is, you can play it in Digital Diamond, but full Status Pro, fully integrated, guys. So in March, when Digital Diamond release, you will be able to choose to play, if you want to play it as a digital game, choose to play either with Digital Diamond's engine or Status Pro Baseball. 2 games in one. Holy hell. Are we not in the golden age of baseball sims, the platinum age, I dare say? Pocket Pennant Run, the new kid on the block, but what a fantastic game. Action PC, Out of the Park Baseball, Digital Diamond, Diamond Mind, even though it doesn't stream well, best damn play-by-play in the business. Baseball for Windows, still great. Strat PC, good baseball game with a terrible interface, but still a great game. We're blessed, and you look at Cards and Dice, man, Payoff Pitch, Inside Pitch, Season Ticket Baseball, PC Replay Baseball, which also has a PC, or Replay Baseball, which also has a PC version. Guys, in this hobby, in this very niche hobby, we are just absolutely blessed. And there's just like 20 other games I haven't even mentioned. So, man, oh man, we are indeed lucky. It's too many good games. Too many good. So Paul says, oh, always, Paul, you're welcome for the support. Are you kidding me, man? You're great. Love your broadcast, man. I've learned so much about Pocket Pennant Run. You've straightened out some of my confusions about the game. But yeah, John, definitely so many excellent games. So Paul says that Status Pro is what got him into gaming. So yeah, I always loved Status Pro. I love the flow. I loved it as a board game. And I'm going to love playing it digitally. It's going to be fun. I haven't even heard of On Deck Baseball. I've not heard of that one. See, here we go. It's another one. Crowded Market. Let's bring up the webpage for it. And let's have a look at it. On Deck Baseball, huh? Never heard of it. I'm always open to. In fact, I have On Deck Baseball game. There we go. All right, I'm going to bring this over so everybody can see it. See what we got. All right, guys. So here it is. And I'm going to put the link in the chat for everybody if you guys want to check this out now or later. Yeah, Payoff Pitch, man. The price is right for that. Okay, Paul, thank you for that. All right, here we go. On Deck Baseball, guys. So let's we got to read what's on the tin, right? Got to read what's on the tin. Because that's what all we Irishmen do. We read what's on the tin. Imagine a baseball game where you call the shots, not just for your team, but your team, your league, your world. On Deck Baseball is an immersive tabletop baseball experience. You have the ability to create a fictional baseball world on your terms. All right, you got me kind of interested so far. There's a Digital Dice podcast, which I'd like to be able to play, but I would probably get a little strike. I'd have to ask them if I could maybe show that on the channel, because YouTube doesn't like you to do that stuff. So let me see. Okay, so fictional baseball world starts with fictional baseball players. Okay, so for me, that's a turn off right now. I don't mind fictional teams. I don't play fictional players, though. I'm not saying it's probably a great game. But fictional players, unfortunately, nope. No for me. And people have made the argument that, well, you're playing with players that you don't know, which is true. That is very, very true. So it looks to me that if you're into that sort of thing, might be this might be your bailiwick here. So they do offer a game board, a care package, a light version. Let's have a look and see what things look like here. Oh, it's a nice looking game. Look at that, nice and clean. I like it. I like the look of it, but I want them to do real players. Please do real players. Okay, so personality traits, interesting stuff. So maybe drawing a little tiny bit of inspiration, maybe from History Maker Baseball. Okay. And big cards for us old gets. All right. Gotta love it, man. A Scouser's always going to set you straight, gents. Always trust a Scouser. So what's the care package? What's that? Everything you need to continue your season. A fatigue tracker, injury. Oh, so it's a fatigue tracker, injury tracker. Nice. Okay, there we go. Tell these guys are serious about their baseball. That's for sure. What's the late version? Okay, so this is about the size of Pocket Pennant Run. Do you guys see this? Right, the game that fits in the palm of your hand. There you go. So we got another one. So this is just what you need to take a headfirst dive into your baseball universe. Light version of the base set includes a very basic to get your our teams each with their own schedules, 25-man rosters. So here would be my other thing, and Paul, let me thank. So I'm just going to offer my own. I haven't played the game. I'm a little bit $65 to $85. Now I don't know if does that mean Canadian dollars? Does that mean American dollars? Are we talking what? So what did you? I'll tell you what did you pay for on? Go to the Pro tab. Okay, because I'm curious what you paid for that in British pounds. All right. Oh, Legends of the Game. All right. Maybe this is what I'm looking for. History's best of the. Okay. Wait. Okay. Wait. All right. Hold on. Hold the phones. Oh, okay. Real players. There we go. Now, $65 though. Ouch. All right. Let's see though. There's Cy Young, Willard Brown. So we got some Negro League players. Of course, the Bambino. Got to have him in there. Three Finger Brown, King Kelly, my favorite 19th century player. There's Big Josh Gibson. All right. Okay, so pre-19 through beginning of World War II. Okay, 150 players. Blah, blah, blah. 48 pitchers, 9 catchers. Okay. All right. Wow, only 4 left. Yikes. All right, let's see what else is on here. So the Pro tab. History best. Oh, look at this. History best of the best. All right. Oof. Okay, so this is the most expensive baseball game I've seen here. I will say that. Wow. So, all right. Since there are real baseball players in it, I'm a bit more interested now. So just like John, I can't. There's too much about just Major League Baseball that I want to learn to really, for me. There's nothing wrong with anybody wanting to do it. Just for me, playing with fictional players, it's like, yeah, but I could be, learning more about the real players. So let's look at the starter set here. Okay, so the starter set, you get, all right, you get basically the 1975 World Series, and then history's best of the best, the 1939 Yankees, the 69 Mets, the 79 Pirates, 85 Cardinals. So you get 6 teams to play with. Not bad. I like the look of it. I like the look of the game. I got to be honest with you, though, Paul. Oof. That's a little bit expensive, man. That's a little bit expensive. So if I were looking into this, let's see, what are the playoff replay stats? What do you get with this? I just want to see what I'm getting for 16 for $60. See, the other thing is this, man. Pocket Pennant Run and Alapark Baseball and other games like that. Pocket Pennant Run especially, considering what Craig and Matt are offering. I want something that is just going to be an easy, the barrier of entry. Again, I'm not rich, but I'm not poor. The $55, and I don't know why everybody always picks the 1937 or 1939 Yankees. I like the 1936 Yankees because you have Gehrig still at his peak, and you have Joe DiMaggio's rookie year. But whatever, 39 Yankees, excellent team. Mets, I would have picked the 71 Pirates. That's not a knock on the game. That's just personal choice. Wow. User-created content. All right, let's look at that. So they support modding. All right, so score sheets. So the score sheets look pretty nice from what I can see. Okay. Universal Baseball Association stuff going on here. That's cool. So it's readily apparent. It is readily apparent that the makers of On Deck Baseball love baseball. And in a crowded field, they need to make money. And I totally get that. Would have picked the 86 Mets, yeah. So, all right. So Paul says he's going to be, he says he's going to report after playing. And he said they have quality service. And that's huge. That's huge in our hobby. Hey, Aaron, welcome in. He said, so Paul continues. He said, it's like you, but half your play gaming is fictional now. Have encyclopedias for them, they become real. World Championship is between fictional players, champions of my year, and MLB champions. So you did something like that with Pocket Pennant Run just recently, which was really cool. Yeah, 1936 far superior. Yeah, 36 Yankees, I think, just a better team. And I don't want to see Lou Gehrig. Gehrig's pretty much, he's at the end. And so I think that's why I like 36. And 1936, 1935, Gehrig's first year out from under Ruth's shadow. And 1936, Gehrig is just insane. And a rookie Yankee Clipper, I think that's the 36. In fact, I like the 1936 Yankees better than the 1927 Yankees, just personal taste. Yeah, Paul, I'd be interested because, again, I like the Legends of the Game. The Legends of the Game set. So this would, if I were to buy this game, so we would be costing $65, $130 plus the game itself. If I just want to get the game itself, depending upon your verdict of it, I would plunk down $200 if it plays well and it has a good flow. I'm not really interested in a lot of because what I would do with these teams, right? Just shuffle them all up, mix them all up, and so you got what you got 300 players from baseball history. So these are going to be the best of the best. Add on the On Deck Baseball starter set. Add on and get everything you need to kick off your On Deck Baseball journey. This looks really cool. It really, really does. I guess the thing would be the footprint. The footprint's really kind of a big thing for me too. Let me see. So there's all kinds of logos. I'm an artist, so I don't really worry about those. But there's team rosters with corrections. These are, of course, the fictional teams. But thank you, Paul, because I would have written it off if you wouldn't have told me about this. So I would pick up. So let me see, 130 and 55. So $185 plus shipping and everything. So looking about $200 to get what I want, because I would want to mix things up. And having these 4 teams to play around with, or 6 teams, would be kind of fun. So thank you. So guys, On Deck Baseball, check it out. And looking forward to Paul's report. Because again, not being Jeff Bezos here or whoever your favorite billionaire is. I think the style's pretty cool. There's Fisk. We know what that shot is, don't we? Huh? So I think it's kind of cool that they've taken these famous shots. There's the Cobra. There's Bench. Pretty cool. There's Seaver. There's Ozzy, of course. Nobody did that except Ozzy. But I love that. Nice touch to take these sort of iconic photos. There's DiMaggio. These iconic photos of these players and doing them up this way. I think that's super, super cool. So the production value is really nice. So, Paul, thank you for that. I wish these guys wouldn't have a conniption fit. Maybe I can contact them and say, look, we've got a pretty good baseball community on here. I'd like to replay your podcast. I could do it by making a comment every 10 seconds and not getting the copyright strike, but I'd rather not. So Footprints cards large, but the board is small. As long as the board's small, that's fine. So you're going to have a tournament with it. Cool. Guys, On Deck Baseball. So there's another one to check out. The one I'm leaning toward 2 right now for sure. One of them is Payoff Pitch, because I hear great things about Payoff Pitch, and the price is right for this bad boy. I really didn't even realize how this thing is cheap. It is cheap. It reminds me a little bit of, it's either Time Travel Baseball or Dead Ball Baseball. A little bit with just the way the cards are set up. But damn it, where's the shop? Because this thing is like the right price for me. Not that I'm a cheap bastard, but I'm looking for the game that is going to make me do what Action PC did, and that is invest like crazy. And I've put a lot of money into Strat PC when I used to play it, and I put a good amount of money into Diamond Mine as well. But I don't know whether damn. Okay, well, it's 2 games. Yeah, Payoff Pitch. I don't know where I saw their shop. Where is it? Is it up here? Anyhow, everybody. There we go. There's the shop. There's the shop. So back to Payoff Pitch Baseball again. All right. So the PDF version for Payoff Pitch is so $6 for the PDF part, and then you've got Legends and Busts for $9. So the price is right here. This is something that right now I could break out the old credit card and buy everything for this game, and I would be totally fine with it because I've seen people play it. It looks great. So I'm kind of liking this, kind of liking that. I'm not sure what the physical version costs though. You guys probably know better because I think there are some Payoff Pitch players in here. Look, they got Negro Leagues in here. They got some old-timey baseball, which makes me happy too, because if it doesn't have some old-time seasons, I won't even look at a baseball game. But let's go back to Payoff Pitch. Let's look at the physical version here just quickly. I just hit the PDF version like a freaking idiot. All right, so I'm all right. Beatles Eternal, you'll be okay. The Nice Men Are Coming. So I don't know. The print version. There we go. So it's $29. So a little bit more of a because it's coming on cardstock. I get it. Kind of now you're again it's a bit expensive. So I would probably go PDF and probably do the screen cap thing, and then just do it along with Pocket Pennant Run or something. However, that being said, I do like the look of these cards. They look nice, don't they? Those are nice looking cards. Nice looking cards. And the other one I'm looking at is Season Ticket Baseball. So Paul says he has payoff pitch. He says went back to the box, never played apart from one game. So so it wasn't a game for you. Get it? I totally get it. So, and for John, he says he loves the pitcher batter interaction and payoff pitch. So, Paul, I'll tell you what, and this is no pressure, no hurry. I think I'm going to hold off, and I trust you. I really do. And I'm going to watch your videos. If you do some videos of On Deck Baseball, I'm going to watch, but I'm going to watch the videos. If I like it, I will invest the money and buy it. I really, really will. So, yeah, so a friend of yours thinks it's superb. So the game that, Paul, that I've heard nothing but good things about is season ticket baseball. So this is done by Clay Dreslov, who does sports mogul, right? Baseball mogul, whatever, which this is, again, really, really sharp look. And the game is $30. Now, so full seasons, $69 and up, not too bad. The print and play version is free, and the PDF seasons are $15 and up. So again, with a game like Pocket Pennant Run, this becomes a lot more viable. And there's lots of seasons, so he goes back, not a lot yet. If you go back to the 1910s, he does have two. Nothing from the 1900s yet. Which is kind of a drag. But when you get into later baseball, of course, there's a lot. So $22.50 a season. That's, might be. So stadiums and seasons, so printed stadiums or printed seasons. So automatically, just because of the paucity of no old time seasons, this is not going to be something I'm interested in as far as the print version. And of course, there's his digital baseball game, and a lot of us really want him to do season ticket baseball, convert season ticket into digitally. But this game's it's not bad. This game's not bad. I've done, and we'll do Baseball Mogul as one of the many games we're going to do on Super Bowl Sundays. So when we're just playing all baseball. So looking forward to Paul's report on Deck Baseball. So which seasons do they have for season ticket, John? So for printed, they got 1927, 1930, 47, 56, 62, 64, 71, 73, 74, 85, and 2023. Now, when you get to these newer seasons, again, because more players, whatever, you're looking at $197.50 a season printed. But I've heard the card stock is excellent in this. If you're willing to plunk down for $100 for a season, I don't know what Strat or APA charges for season. There you go. So, but if you look at for PDF seasons, and let's look at 1990s, because that would interest a lot of people, I'm sure. PDF seasons are they're like $24, $24 for the PDF season. So there it is. 601 batter cards, 512 pitchers cards. So for $22.50, you got everybody in 1990. So probably for me, I think for right now, I think it's going to be probably payoff pitch though. So probably. I like the idea of On Deck Baseball. Definitely got to research it more though, because I used to complain about the prices for PC Replay until I saw those prices. But again, it's a cards and dice game. So, but Paul, I got to be honest with you and everybody, as I always am, as humble as as humble as this game is, I'm spoiled. I am so spoiled. And I know you can't tell us when Craig's releasing, but I cannot wait for the next update for this game. I can't wait. Strat's around 70 a season, doesn't include all the players. Oof. So it's going to be interesting to see, guys. Because with games like Pocket Pennant Run, bridging the gap of digital and analog, and everything is in this massive database to play, right? And this cost me. I bought the physical game, the Dead Ball era mat, and the modern era mat. I don't use those, but I did it to support these developers. But I mean, my God, just the size of this database. I don't have to spend anything else. And this is updated for as long as Matt and Craig stay in business. And this game's really spoiled me and plays a good game of baseball so far. Really does. So thanks, Craig, for spoiling me. Paul, I wanted to ask you a question if you're still here. And this is a little suspect to me because, I was talking about a lineup generator. So I'm going to bring up the Reds. So this is the Bats pre-expansion, so pre-1960. Now, I would expect to see somebody like Ted Kluszewski around the middle of the order, whatever. But when I create a lineup, I'm seeing Jake Beckley with a power 4, right, batting cleanup, and Johnny Temple batting 5th. And I'm just curious if Craig, and maybe you can't say anything. Look, I'm beta testing for Ala Park. I can't really talk about things. I know maybe you can't either, but if you could pass the word along to Craig, this lineup generator, I'm a little bit suspect. It works nicely in quick sim, but for the players that you're creating, like Wally Post would not be a leadoff hitter, and you can look at Baseball Reference. Wally Post should be batting 3rd or 4th, and I've noticed that with a couple different teams. So let's bring up the Cubbies, and let's go ahead and let it create a lineup. I mean, I know I can make my own lineups, but Johnny Evers batting the cleanup spot makes no sense to me at all. When you've got, I mean, Hack Wilson. Where's Hack Wilson? Hack Wilson, is he even in the starting lineup? Because there's Hack Wilson. I mean, I want Wilson. Evers should be in a leadoff spot or down further. So I'm just curious. Again, I know I can make my own lineups, but there's got to be a way to do it, because if I do quick play here and just pick 2 teams really quickly, and we'll just give it an ID of 2, and we'll stay with 1920 to present, and I do let's do 1986 New York Mets. And what this thing is going to do is try to create the best lineup it can. And that those teams there were sort of all-time great teams. Let's do 1982 or 86 Mets. I'm sorry. And let's do the 2016 Cubs. And all right, so these 2 teams are going to play each other, and I do want pitchers to hit. I definitely do. So we're going to start Dwight Gooden. We're not going to play a whole game. We're going to start Dwight Gooden, and we're going to start him. I guess we should start him against. Baby, I don't know. That's a tough one. Do I want to start? Let me see. Let's start him against Jake Arrieta. Okay, and this gives me a lineup that works. So I don't know what the difference is between the lineups here, and because it's basing it off the ratings. So just kind of curious about that. And I got to switch this back. I switch back to basic just to show people why I can't even play basic anymore. You got to play this game advanced both ways. That's the only way to play Pocket Pennant Run baseball. So, and I don't know. Sit here and bullshit for a few minutes while we're talking, I guess. All right, who's leading off here? Lenny Dykstra. Nails is up. All right, Jake Arrieta appears in. He has the sign. Here's the pitch, and this is going to be a range play out to Chris Bryant in right field. All right, and this is going to be Bryant able to camp under it, and he can make the catch. So that's F9, one down. All right. Here's Wally Backman. I got laughed after having Wally Backman on one of my Fields of Dreams teams. Back when it was the, what was it called? The Howie Shanks League. All right, what do we got here? We got a batter 4, and this is going to be just a fly to center. I'm just absolutely in love with this game. It's so Spartan looking, but I love this game like crazy. But Paul is your guy for this game. He is the guru. All right, 2 down here for Ray Knight. And Ray Knight, swing batter. He goes down swinging. Chicago Cubs coming to bat. 2016 Cubs, Chris Bryant leading things off here. You guys know you can reposition fielders, but I got a yellow ranked fielder on each side, so I'm not going to really worry there. Decent up the middle, so these Mets not terribly strong, except at first base as you expect, Keith Hernandez. Ray Knight, a D at third. How about that? All right, here we go. Chris Bryant swings on this ball. This is a lefty-righty 4, and we got a righty versus a righty. So this is going to get down to a 3, and this is going to be just a grounder to short. So score this one 6-3, and 1 down. Yeah. All right. Munenori Kawasaki. There we go. And he strikes out. So I'll stop there. This is what I love about Pocket Pennant Run is how smoothly the game flows. It's just all right there for you, you know, and I really like that. And so that's kind of what I'm looking for. And a lot of people have talked with John, talked about the pitcher-batter interaction and payoff pitch. That really attracts me a lot. So, Paul, do you have something coming up soon? Any videos coming up soon for anything that you play? It doesn't have to be baseball. I'm a baseball fan, so those are the ones I'm going to watch. But other guys here, they play, you know, basketball, golf, curling, I don't know, whatever. We have a guy here who does bowling. So a couple guys do bowling, actually, believe it or not. Let's finish the inning here. All right. What did I do with Kawasaki? I thought he batted. Did he not bat? Did I not record the out? Yeah, I did. Okay. I was going to say, all right, here's Addison Russell. So this one's going to be a range play. Mookie Wilson. This hit out to Wilson. And Wilson bobbles the ball. Oh, Mookie. And it's going to be an error. Runner on first. And not a lot of speed there in Addison Russell. We're not going to worry about sending him, especially with 2 down early in the game. Here's Anthony Rizzo. Swing of the bat, knock it out of the park. 32 home runs in 2016. And here's the pitch to Russell. This is going to be a controlled 7. And that's a strike him out. And whoops, hit the wrong one. That's a strike him out, and that retires the side. No score. Top of the second. There we go. That's it. But if you do play Pocket Pennant Run, play it in advanced. Playing it in basic is like, forget it. Play basic a couple times, maybe to get used to it. And Paul was so right. You know, he said in one of his videos, he said, you know, he said, I played advanced now. I said, I can't go back. He said, this is the way to play the range plays. And again, repositioning fielders. And Paul goes into depth as far as repositioning fielders, why you would want to, you know, within these 6 zones that are here that correspond to this white die, which just serves as another kind of reminder. You see the little number up there. But great game. And I'm really, I check assiduously. I mean, every night I come home from work and I check the Facebook group for the patch for Pocket Pennant Run. I'm like, damn, it's not out yet. But I'm liking what I'm seeing from Paul. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us tonight from do some Action PC baseball and had a little bit of a baseball chat here, which is really nice. Hey, Truth Hurts joining us. He says, I was watching the Giants podcast arguing about where Sasaki is going. So his sleeper pick is the Braves. Interesting. Anybody else have any different thoughts about Sasaki? People will be worried about where he's going. I know he's not going to the Pirates. We don't have the payroll. Sasaki's not going to come to the Pirates. That's not happening. Be nice, but it's not going to happen. I'm just hoping we hold on to. Is this game free? No, but I'll tell you what, Gibby. It might be. Here's the thing, man. So what you're looking at is actually much more than a game. Now we're talking about Pocket Pennant Run. This is not Action PC. This is the Pocket Pennant Run software that comes with a game called Pocket Pennant Run Baseball. The PDF version of Pocket Pennant Run Baseball is only $14.99. The physical game, which literally does fit in the palm of your hand, $24.99, Gibby. But this gives you access to the Pocket Pennant Run software. This has every team, every player in Major League history, has about 20 years of AAA minor league baseball, has all the Negro leagues, all American Girls Professional Baseball League, has about 50 years of Japanese baseball, I think 20 years or so of Korean baseball, has some NCAA baseball in here, and this is free. And coming out with this will be a board game companion. But right now, until the update, you could use this even right now as a board game companion. This is powerful. So just to show you that it's more than a baseball game, let's exit out of this. It's also a way for you to create your own teams. So I've been recreating the Appa Bats teams, for instance, the pre-1960s. So let's load this. Very, very simple. These are pulled from the database. This is the all-time great Cubs players pre-1950. Here's all their pitchers. You can do that. A lot of fun. You can show, there's all kinds of stuff that you can do with this. I can't do the add teams on this screen, but let me show you what else it does. So let's say you're doing a replay. All right. And we'll pick a year just out of our hats. Let's say 1946. Everybody's back from World War II. If I wanted to do a 1946 Cardinals replay and just the Cardinals, I would just go down here and pick the St. Louis Cardinals, right? Boom, load team schedule. And what this does is it loads it in and gives you the actual historical scores, dates. You can choose to auto replay it. You could also print and play the game. So if we wanted to start just for shits and giggles here, the opening day Pirates, April 16th, 1946, I select the game and I can do print play game. And you're going to see some cool things here really quickly. For $14.99, you can't go wrong. The databases in this are massive. So these are the actual played lineups. If we go to play game day, everybody's ready to rock. And here's what's really cool. When you click score sheet, look at this beautiful score sheet ready to go. And as the game plays, it will automatically fill in for you. So you've already seen it play a little bit of baseball. Pitchers cards are here. Hitters cards are here. This is a one-time price. Let's jump out of this game. Lots of managerial options. You want to replay a season? You can do that as well. Let's back out of this. So I have some previously saved seasons here. Let's go to the big one, 1908, probably the greatest of all time. Load it. There's the complete 1908 season all the way down to the World Series. You can do more, though, in this game because it's not just a game. Oh, I wanted to show you something else that's really cool. Go to box score replay. You go to pick and print, right? You can put in a month, day, and year in baseball history going back to the beginning, back to 1971, and you can play. Or this is my favorite bit, AI Coach Pick It. If you click this, it's going to pick a random date in baseball history and all the games on that day. So this is showing May 8th, 1918. If I don't feel like playing in 1918, I can just click this again. We got 1909. Click it again. There's 2014. All the games available. So this is really super fun. Another thing that this thing does is it's kind of having a little bit of baseball reference offline. StatFacts. StatFacts is cool. Select your database. You can search by player, by team, or you can get down here and search by stats and do it by position, by team, hits, doubles, homers, RBI, stolen bases, OPS, OPS plus, ERA, ERA plus for pitchers, so on and so forth, and how you want to do that. This is an incredible piece of software. It is not free, nor should it be. It's free when you buy the game, so yes, but you can't get this for free by itself. But it's worth it. If you're a baseball head, man, this is amazing. Almost 200,000 as played games in this database. And when you play those as played games, it will show you who's actually used as pinch hitters, pitch runners, relief pitchers in the game. So if you're a real stickler about season replays, this is excellent. And if you're putting together fantasy teams, you got a great tool here to do research without leaving this software if you don't want to. Just because you're on a diet doesn't mean you can't look at the menu. Lizzie Office Crush. All right, I'll check it out. I'll check it out right now, but off camera first. Let me see. Lizzie Office Crush. All right, let's go to YouTube. I think I've seen her before. Is she the blonde? I think it is. If it is, I think then I'm like, yes, you're right. And I may or may not be on a diet anymore. There's been some development on that part. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I love her videos. They're very educational. Yes. Good pick there, Truth Hurts. You don't like tattoos? I do. I think tattoos are all right. The girl I was just seeing doesn't have tattoos, but I think they're sexy if they're done tastefully. I mean, full body covered face, no. Wow, I don't know, man. I get on to baseball and it goes all night. What can I say? I don't know if you're still here, Gibby, but you know what? Check it out. PocketPennantRun.com. Check out FAC Sports Desk with Paul. Subscribe to his channel, learn about this game, join the Facebook group. You'll find a fantastic supportive community and two developers that are really passionate about their game. And you can't, I don't know. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, guys. Very interesting. Thank you for the information. Yeah, you're very welcome, Gibby. You're also always welcome back. This is a baseball community focused channel. The games are secondary, but we have fun, and we're going to have a Super Bowl extravaganza here. My goal was to try to play at least 15 to 20 different baseball games that day on the channel. So hopefully you'll join us. If you're not a football fan, if you are, then, well, join us after it or something. I don't know. Anyhow, guys, the people have been really liking the Decades League that we've been doing here. We're going to look at the marquee matchups, and then we're going to jump out. So anything that jumps out at me is what we'll probably play. Fergie Jenkins and John Smoltz looks pretty good. 1970s versus the 2000s. Jerry Royce and Sandy Koufax, Battle of Lefties could be fun. Cheesebro and Grove could be fun. So we got three good ones. Three are kind of mad. Bob Lemon, Greg Maddux could be fun. Rick C. Radbourne. So we'll see. Walsh Passeau. I would watch it for Ed Walsh, but no knock on Claude Passeau. But that's what's coming up there. That's it, guys. Thank you for coming in. To Gibby Briggs, Truth Hurts Wilkie, John DFW, Fax Sports Desk with Paul, my favorite Scouser. So thank you, Paul, for coming. You always do a great job. Aaron Reed, if you're up for a baseball chin wag, that'll be this weekend at some point. We haven't had one in a good while, an official one. Will Swengel, thanks. Hope you'll come back sometime. Will Toole, Great discussion on Out of the Park Baseball and Action PC Baseball. Clee Baseball Fan 879. Guys, subscribe to that channel. Tim is a veritable encyclopedia of baseball. He's doing a Gaylord Perry project right now. JT Dutch, this guy knows his baseball scary good. The best people in this community, what can I say? John DFW, first one in the ballpark, and the creator of our Discord. All right, guys, until next time, please stay warm. If you're in California, please be safe. And if you're in Hawaii, you're a bastard, and I hate you because you have beautiful weather. Till the next time, guys, see you around the batting cage, and good night.